Hey, what's going on, Weekly Warriors? We are alive.
Some of us. Matt almost died.
It was close.
Yeah.
Um,
Cactar?
multiple,
Oh,
multiple cactars.
tonberries.
No, I got out of there before they showed up.
Oh, okay.
You'll hear more about that in a couple of our videos, which are coming back starting Monday. This Monday, the 13th, we will start. Videos will be back on the channel.
Yep. We got quite a bit of content lined up. We got some time. We got some videos done up. Work tried to kill us. I think still trying to kill us.
Yes, that is something that will never stop.
It's a little rough. We're trying to work around it as best possible, but yeah.
An eternal struggle.
Yeah.
But that's not the most important reason why we're here.
Oh no.
We wanted to make sure that you guys knew that we haven't given up. We had a lot of issues that we had to fight through. Again, some of those will be brought up in our videos that we got recorded. But the main thing is we watched a very interesting trailer here fairly recently, didn't we, Jake?
Yeah. Thursday, I believe around 6 o'clock, I seen a notification, and it said something about a Final Fantasy VII Remake trailer.
You don't say.
Oh, I do. I don't joke around with Final Fantasy.
Did you watch this trailer?
I did.
What did you think?
I almost passed out. What was it? It was like about 48 minutes, like I guess when it dropped, and I'd seen it. I watched it. It was a minute and 7 seconds. It gave a little taste of. Well, actually, we didn't think that the game was actually still alive and real.
Yeah.
But it was. It was the.
It was the Slender Man of the RPG universe.
The graphics and the gameplay that was showed just enough. I mean, it was like a small taste, but it
whet our appetites.
It was good. And at the end of the trailer, it also said there is more to come in June, which, if you all don't know, June is the time of E3.
Really?
Yes, June 11th to be exact. Through Tuesday through Thursday.
Yes.
Yes.
That is when the main expo starts, but Square Enix will be hosting their own panel on Monday, June 10th at 6 p.m. Pacific time.
Which is 5 o'clock our time?
Yes, 5 o'clock Central Time.
Because they work. But yeah, guys, if you haven't already seen the trailer, go look it up because it's amazing. I can't stop watching. I've watched it. I don't know how many times I've watched it already, like 8 times.
Not enough.
I'm working on a dozen. Baker's dozen.
I know a lot of people have been complaining about some of the differences that they noticed in the Final Fantasy VII Remake trailer. But you guys have to keep in mind, this is a remake, not a remaster. If you don't know what the difference is, you typically with a remastered game, they update the graphics, they make it look nice and shiny and pretty.
Mm-hmm.
Usually not a whole lot of differences to anything else. With a remake, they're going to take some of the mechanics from the original game and all that stuff. They're going to tweak it, change it. Like you can see in the trailer that it's no longer turn-based. It's more live action. Similar to, I'm hoping they go a route like they did with Final Fantasy XII.
Yes.
Like you had your action gauge or whatever. So like it was turn-based, but like you weren't just like standing there.
Yeah. I forget exactly what they called it. Because like in 10, it was conditional turn-based, which had showed you which, in the order of which everybody would go, which I really liked that because then you could switch out your party members. That was good. But in 12, yeah, it seemed like a more fluid, active time battle system, and that's what it seems like in the trailer, because it almost seems like it's like fully like Kingdom Hearts style in a way. But yet, from the way that the HUD reads, that you can tell that there's like it looks like to be an ATB bar. There seems to be a block function. There's a shortcut on the left side. There's a shortcut menu, kind of like in Kingdom Hearts, for like potions or like your limit breaks. So it's got that good mix. And yeah, like you said, this is a remake. It's a retelling, although from what we've seen in the trailer, a very faithful retelling of Final Fantasy VII, with remasters like they did with 9
Yes.
on the PlayStation Network, which is available for download. Go get it if you haven't. They cleared up the graphics, the resolution, and re-released it, and it's pretty much the same game. Or with Final Fantasy X and X-2 on PS4, and 12 with some minor tweakage.
Yeah. But I mean, the game is basically like all the same, like the combat and stuff like that.
Yeah, it's
like
virtually the same.
With the Zodiac Age, they added the extra job system like they got over in Japan,
Which was awesome.
and they updated graphics. That was it. That's how you do a remaster. With the remake, there's gonna be, it's almost gonna feel like a brand new game, which it should. After this long, they want to give us the same story, but in the current times.
With a new vision, so to speak.
Yes.
Because from what I saw, it's like every part of it you could identify in like where they pulled it from in the game, which I'm like, okay, that's and what they've really only showed us was like pretty much the first bombing mission and when you find Eris and down in the sewer. There's not like a whole lot for waiting, I don't know, 4 years for a trailer to drop of something.
Just a little glimmer of hope.
Maybe not quite for it. It was December of 2015.
Close enough.
But it's close enough. I mean, it's felt like an eternity. And then we all thought, it was like, oh, it's not happening. They're going to axe it. We're all going to be mad. Dreams are killed and died. We're done. Nope. State of Play proved us wrong. I'm glad.
Yeah, this, and in the grand scheme of things, the one thing that's kept us going is we tell ourselves the longer it takes, the better it will be. Because with this remake, there's a lot riding on this. In our opinion, this is going to be a real make or break type of situation for Square Enix, because we believe that Final Fantasy 15 was a great game, despite all of the development issues that it had and all that stuff. I still found it to be a great game, great story.
Oh, yeah.
And all that stuff. A lot of people, they didn't.
Yeah, it was kind of a mixed bag for some people. With me, though, I wasn't really excited about it. I knew about it. I was like, oh, okay, 15, whatever. And I was really turned off with the combat system. I did what I do a lot. Like, I dismiss stuff and don't try to play it.
Well,
and
I seen the car, and that kind of just...
I love the car, though.
Oh, yeah, the Regalia turned out to be exceptional.
But, like, certain times I'll do it. I did it with 12. I saw the combat system, and I was like, I don't know. And I turned my attention to other things. I've thus corrected myself in doing such like that, because really it's a masterpiece in the way. And with 15, they did it in such a way, and we're lucky we got it at all, to be honest, because it was in development for 10 years. It was supposed to be 13 verses.
Yes.
And, it was...
And I think that's where a lot of the anger comes from, is that a lot of people were hyped for that, and then they didn't wind up getting it.
Yes. And that's a hard thing to do, and especially when, you've got a team and you're constantly... It was Duke Nukem, then when they brought the Duke Nukem to 360 and whatnot. 12 years, 6 developers. It was a nightmare. And the game was crap, in my opinion. But this has had some trouble as well, but not so much, because they were working on Kingdom Hearts, which took away time. And then when Kingdom Hearts finally come out, now they have the development power that they've actually had to plug in. Nomura is actually now directing it instead of Kingdom Hearts. And like Matt said, this is truly a make or break. They cannot mess this game up. It is too iconic. There's too much writing on it, and it is kind of, it's poetic in a way, because it's Final Fantasy. Final Fantasy started as a last-ditch effort by the company of Square to make any money, and it did.
And it's still here.
Yeah, it's still here since 1986, 87.
Yeah.
So I mean,
1 through 12, and then 14 and 15, and now we got the 7 remake.
yep. I mean,
There was that one hiccup between 12 and 14 that doesn't need to be discussed.
yeah. We're not sure what happened there. Millennials. I mean, I don't know. But yeah, that wasn't my favorite
No.
by any means. But yeah, I mean, Final Fantasy, whether you love it or hate it, has stood the test of time with a huge fan base. Much like Kingdom Hearts is growing in a huge fan base. Their fans are crazy. Dragon Quest it was Dragon Warrior. Now Dragon Quest has a huge following as well. So.
And I still have Dragon Warrior on NES.
Do you really?
Yeah.
It's fantastic.
It is. It's wonderful.
It's collectible.
It should be.
It should be.
Yeah, I've been playing Dragon Quest XI. It's fantastic. So Square Enix has proved that it can produce quality games. They do seem to have been in a bit of a slump. A lot of their criticism, I think, is a little bit unfair. I think because we've gotten so many great things, we expect everything, which isn't completely unjustified, but we also have to be realistic that everything can't be a home run.
Yeah. The golden era, in my opinion, was during the PlayStation time. I mean, when we had 7, 8, 9, we had Xenogears. There was
There's a remaster we need.
there's another one. Xenogears. Chrono Cross was really big in my life, and for the time that it come out, because I played Chrono Cross before I played Chrono Trigger, which is really weird because I was confused the whole way until I played Chrono Trigger, and I'm like, now it makes sense. Both fantastic games. The Secret of Mana series was good, and it just kind of, and it had several. It was like Secret of Mana, Legend of Mana, and it just kind of died off, just like a lot of the JRPGs of that time in that golden era. It's like, Square, you have these properties, or they should. I know how that can be, like, oh, we don't have the licensing for that, or because it can be a deal breaker. But there's a lot of these franchises that Legend of Dragoon. See, it just keeps coming.
Do it.
It just keeps coming up. But there's a lot of these. I think that once we get this remake done, I think that Square will see that there's money to be made here, especially even with some just remasters and a few remakes, because 7 is already showing that it's had pre-orders, I think, since 2015.
Oh, God.
Like
Amazon,
it's still on Amazon. It's been there for years. The only reason I haven't pre-ordered yet, because I'm waiting, just like Matt, I want
my collector's edition.
I want the collector's edition. It's like $400, please. It's like, well, I'm broke today.
I'll work some overtime.
I'll work overtime, yeah.
I'll sell a kid.
I only got one, though.
Not knee, not kid.
Yeah. I only have one, though, so I can't do much. I can sell my wife.
Done.
Done.
So
I'll trade.
We'll sell our wives, move in together, play RPGs,
Yep.
make videos,
We can devote to the channel.
quit our jobs.
Yep.
With your support.
Yeah!
So that's a nice little segue into the closing of this video here. We really appreciate all of you guys that have not unsubscribed.
Well, and also, we appreciate all our subscribers.
Absolutely.
No matter how few or how many we have, we appreciate everybody taking the time to enjoy what we enjoy and just to listen to us ramble, because we could literally ramble on for hours and days about RPGs and the stories and the experiences. It's just it's the nerd. It's the nerd in both of us and many others.
Yeah, and as long as there's one of you out there that is watching the stuff that we're putting out, we're gonna keep doing it because we're not losing anything. Like we're playing RPGs, which we already love to do, and as long as one of you guys is watching and sharing that joy with us, then why not keep doing it?
Also, because our doing this, our sharing, different it gets us to play different RPGs maybe we never played before, but also to share more the ones that we've also played that maybe you haven't played.
Yeah.
And you're like, oh, I saw that game before, but I never gave it a shot. So now's the time.
Or if you guys have anything like any comments for your favorite RPGs, maybe there's something that you've played that we haven't, that we'll bring to the channel. Never be afraid to give suggestions. Like, hey, maybe try playing this game. We'll probably do it.
I'm down.
Yeah. All right. Yeah.
I'm down.
Down in the comments. Let's do it. Let's get this thing going. But for now, remember, E3, Final Fantasy VII. It's coming. It's coming for you. It's coming for me. It's coming for everybody. Any last words, Jake?
We'll see you guys on the next time.